everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Dolphins coming in at 6-8, going up against the Thunderbirds, who come in at 13-1.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Thunderbirds and our home team. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. And the D looking like they may blitz. To throw on second down is gone. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And they rattle off a big one. 57 yards.
But he took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your 10th-born.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Now Mixon, and he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spelling them in the offensive backfield.
To throw is Stafford. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they run with Mixon, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 17-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Stafford. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Picked off around the 27. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And now here's a carry heading left. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Justin Houston in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Third and long. It's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and that will come the offense as they take over. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now a handoff here to his running back. Finding room inside the 40. Slips past. There he goes left side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Tyler Varga, 52 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
32.
Here's Stafford now on second down. To Mixon on the check down. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it third down. The gun, Stafford. And it's caught by Parker. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mixon. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Stafford forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some space here. And he is out of bounds on the other near side of midfield. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now Goff on first down. Now he's forced out right. Breaks a tackle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, partner, the risk of piling on. Whenever Jared Goff fumbles the football, the first thing people are going to flash back on is leading up to the draft, the size of his hands. They were right on the borderline about what teams want in the size for a quarterback.
Well, you were knee-deep in all of that draft stuff when he was going through it. That was much talked about, you said.
It certainly was. I didn't think it was as big a deal as people made it out to be. To me, it's much more of a concentration thing, making sure that you're aware of it, take care of the ball a little bit better. I don't care what the size of your hands are. A lot of guys could use some work on covering the football, not letting the defense get to it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. To throw on second down is Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Eifert, the man in motion. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try the air now with Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Robbie Anderson, 36 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So now here come the Dolphins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Zach Sanchez with a pick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's taken down deep in their territory. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. And Murray's kick is up and good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on to Orlando, we hook back up with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
22. Attack 50. 21. Stay 50. Stay 50. Big 20. Big 20.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So they will go for it. Stafford, flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
20. 32. 0. Under 10. Under 10. 10. 0.
On the toss, Mixon. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On second down, here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Gone. And Eifert has it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56. Leopard. All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
2nd and goal. Defense digging in again here. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's caught. Touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge? Are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they shoot
with them, isn't it? In the
yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a handoff as they run left side. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Play action. It's gone. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down following the run. Jones will come now in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
1st and goal from the 8. Now they try the right side here. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tyler Varga, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Again, it's Mixon. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Set. Get away here. Hey. Hey, tag 32. Tag 32.
And now here's a carry heading left. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. Final score now on our NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Now a handoff here to his running back. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. And what a big-time play there. 51 yards. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this...